I also kind of want to remember what the TriStar is. I want to see if that car is any good. Oh yeah, that's fine. Suspension going on. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some reset here.
Well, Suicide Squad almost took me out 2 or 3 times. Where'd you go, David? Did we lose you? Are you there, David?
Okay, I think I'm back. Well, I got to get back in the game now, but
What'd you have to do? Change your
the
hotspot?
reset here, it like I turned the I clicked on the Wi-Fi logo and it just got stuck there loading. See, it's still tweaking out.
Yeah, I noticed your car was going backwards around the first lap or two, and then Then the Suicide Squad, he started driving like all crazy. He started, stopped right in the middle of the thing, and then he finally DNF'd. But that was a weird race in itself. Hey, Adam.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. I take it Ken and Justin are probably racing tonight for real.
Ken, for sure. I saw Slingers running. Justin, I don't know. He races mostly Fridays and Saturdays.
Gotcha.
And Casey, I'm not sure his schedule.
I was in Nashville the same time NASCAR was there that weekend, but I just didn't get a chance to get down to the track. I had too much else on the agenda. But I came real close to going to watch the Craftsman's Trucks race on Friday night, but it's too wore out from the drive there. So
Right, I hear you. For a number of years, I take my trip down to Indianapolis for their figure eight deal in September, and it's the same weekend that I believe the NASCAR Cup Series is at Kansas City. And like if I actually planned it out, I could make it work just fine to kind of go a little bit out of the way on my way home there. And I just happened to like call them to buy tickets right like literally the day after their the like the I don't know, people can get their same seats. So we pretty much had a lot of available seats because people didn't renew their tickets yet. So we ended up getting really good seats, and we went a couple years in a row because they were really good seats. I love short tracks, so I enjoyed that, and we wanted to get the tickets every year whether we went or not. Just sell them if we didn't go, and but yeah, that lasted like 3 years, and that was it.
yeah, several years ago I won tickets on the radio to the Bristol race, but it was on the same night as our church play, and I was coordinating the play and everything, so I had to sell those tickets, and I was going to go to the Saturday Bush race because I won the whole weekend,
Sure.
and it rained out, and I didn't turn in the rain dates. I just kept my tickets as mementos.
Yeah, yeah, no investment into it, so no big deal.
Mhm.
I went to Bristol 3 times. One of the times I only bought tickets for the Cup race, and my brother and I were driving down there, and we were making such good time. It's like I don't remember now if I want to say like 16 or 18 hour drive from here, something like that. And we were making good time to where we realized we could get there for Saturday for the Bush race. Back then it was Bush.
Hmm.
And we just put a sign in the window, and somebody at a stoplight close to the track had tickets for sale, and we bought them through the window of the car as we were approaching the track, and ended up going to the Saturday race too.
Awesome.
What's up first? What should I do to my car here?
For one thing, I think it has to be like an international car, right, David? Like a non-American, or I'll let David. He has the rules, so.
I was just looking at them. I was pulled up the Google Doc, and I was trying to see what's up here. I'm gonna be that guy that shows up late and wonders what's going on.
That's all right. That's been me the whole year ever since I've been racing with you guys. So it's about time somebody else is the new guy.
No, the last Cup race I was at was Kansas City, probably about 5 years ago. The company I work for, we decided we're a parts distributor, and we sell competing against Rock Auto, and which is funny because we sell the Rock Auto, but we had like a booth set up on the, what do you call it, the pavilion or whatever, the walking area where all the stuff is set up, tents and everything.
Right.
And I had to work that. So I worked the booth, and then once the race started, we could close up the booth because nobody's really walking around then. So then I had to go up into our suite. We had a company suite for a bunch of customers, and I worked that for a little bit, like kind of just, turned into a waiter pretty much and helped customers and made them feel special and stuff. And then with about, I don't know, quarter of the race left, me and a coworker, we swiped hot passes from a couple of the salespeople, and we went down and rode a golf cart under the tunnel, and we got to go up and do the pit road thing. That was a cool experience. Pretty much standing right behind the pit boxes and stuff, and that unfortunately probably ruined it for me because now it's like if I go to another NASCAR race, it's not going to be as cool and close up as that was. So it's probably ruined it.
Yeah, like you, I haven't been a NASCAR fan since the Dale Jarrett days. After
Sure.
him, I mean, I kind of like Denny Hamlin. Maybe I like him because everybody else hates him. I don't know. And he does have a first name, and he is a winner, but he's not a champion. But I usually just watch replays. I can't sit through and watch a race. I'd rather be there in person, I think, to watch it all. But
That's funny though, because that was about the time I last paid close attention was Dale Jarrett time. Shortly, I guess shortly after senior passed and stuff, and watched for a couple years. And when you say Denny Hamlin, I think of him like Dale Jarrett. I forgot what year exactly it was when he won the championship and won so much that everybody hated him. So I kind of put Denny Hamlin in that same boat where it's like he's probably got more people against him, rooting against him than fans.
Well, just like Earnhardt, the Intimidator said, it says if they're cheering for you, great. If we're booing for you, that's even greater.
Right, you're doing something right.
If you get a chance on Amazon Prime, I don't know if you have Amazon Prime, check out Dale Earnhardt story. It's really good. It's like
Is it that new thing that kind of came out recently?
yeah, and now they're doing like NASCAR races on Prime. I think 3 or 4 races, 5, maybe 6. I don't know. I haven't watched any of the races, but it's like a 4-part series, 4 1-hour shows, and it digs deep, and it's got a lot about Dale Earnhardt Jr., how he felt, and and his daughter and everybody, and it kind of gets a look behind the scenes of what all he went through and stuff
Sure.
to make him the way he was. David, we're not holding you up any, are you? Are we?
He's sleeping.
Maybe. David was having Wi-Fi problems. I don't know if those are still going or not. He's still in here though, so maybe he's just ignoring us. Have you thought any more about what you're going to do on Tuesday nights, or is that on the back burner now, or what's going on there?
I had just summers get so busy and it's hard to sit indoors and stuff on summer nights, but and my nights are kind of limited. So I had 4 or 5 Tuesdays planned out or scheduled. I think this week was probably one of them I had set aside to do something, but I don't know if it's going to work out because now, of course, my kid's schedule changed for this week for vacations and stuff like that. So I might not be able to do anything. Um, I don't think I'll do a series of any kind. If I do anything, it'll be just some special events that I kind of pop up or throw together.
Yeah, no problem. I was just checking on it.
Yeah, I'd like to just to keep using it and stuff. And I race on Monday nights usually with that SMO group. And I saw Andrew joined in last week. It was kind of neat. Um, that's I don't know. That's kind of my best chance at keeping up on NR 2003 stuff and using it often enough to not fall behind.
Right. The only other thing I race in is on Thursday nights, and I don't race every Thursday. I didn't race this past Thursday, but that Can-Am Sim Sport. But they use Automobilista too, and those
Sure.
those are really good sim drivers. I mean, I've finished laps down every race, but I'm learning more each week, and then they run several different classes, several different tracks, a little bit of everything. So I'm learning there, but I still this one and the NR 2003 is my more favorite stuff because I'm more used to it. But I'll just see if I can branch out to see. So if you see, they just added a server tag. So if you see CASS next to my name or something on Discord, that's Can-Am Sim Sport.
Gotcha.
David must went after some Taco Bell.
Right.
I will let you know too that this Raiden RS I got, if it's tuned right, it's almost unbeatable. I'm sure everybody else will figure out their setups for their cars, and somebody can use the Raiden RS. I don't care. I mean, they say that it's really good in corners, but down straightaways not so much. But there's a lot more corners right now in the corner speed is where I pick up most of my speed on Raceway Park here. So. But I will tell you, it does have a little bit different tuning than what we're used to our regular C-Class cars. Or at least that's the way I get the fastest out of it. Somebody else could, totally make it a little bit different.
Want to do a quick oval race while we're waiting on David?
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's 6 laps, so this one won't be count for anything.
Yeah, we did a couple before you got here, just test practices. So
I was gonna say more so practice for me than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's bouncing around now. He's in the pits. He's missing it. Maybe we should count this one for points. David's back. Now we can.
No.
I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I was just talking and no one can hear me.
Oh, we were having a nice conversation without you.
Yeah, I was listening. Yeah, I think the Gremlin's top. I was using it because no one else was last time. I didn't think it was very fast.
Oh, it was a dog at the start.
Yeah, I would have run the Speed Demon, but Ken already had nibs. I didn't want to just everyone run the same car, so I did the Gremlin. But
What is this? These are hobby stocks?
Car's tweaking. I'm like,
These are short trackers.
These would be short trackers.
Oh.
Effectively.
I thought I had a short tracker. I'll go look at my cars again. Because we practiced
You
those
definitely
before we started the
practiced
series.
and they did it. Yep.
Yeah, I had a Boomer, and I liked it.
I thought that was your mini. That was a mini stock, wasn't it? The Boomer.
Because it's set to a 164, so I'm guessing it was a, I don't know. It's rear-wheel drive.
Boomer would be a short tracker.
Okay, so I need what? Front-wheel drive
Okay.
or what?
So that first race, no, you need Boomer's fine. So you would need sorry, that's not what I meant to say. So this race will be a fast dash. It is just gonna be a little 6-lap, try to fight for your heat race position.
Okie dokie. Good, because I hated whatever that car was I just had.
upside down.
Good win, Adam. First time I've ever been beaten on a short tracker.
Like I said, when we
For
did
all
the
I
practice
remember-
night, I loved this boomer. And I like the looks of it too. Reminds me of like an old Datsun, like a mid 70s Datsun.
Okay, we're switching over to the heat now. Oh no, the points left. I hope it still puts us where I wanted it to. This will be a 10-lap heat.
I think when you change did you change a setting? Yeah, 10 lap. When you change a setting, it clears the points, but they're still there.
Yeah, yeah. So that was correct.
I lost that car fight.
Yeah, your body parts come in different directions. Can't even fathom. Just for the record, if I run into someone, it's my Wi-Fi's fault. I'm not blaming that. It actually didn't hurt me at all in the last race, but it's being very jumpy right now. I probably wasn't answering.
The guy that just ran me into the wall just totally went off turn 2 and hit the wall head on, so I'm happy.
finished second place, first loser, because Scum knocked me for a loop right down the straight stretch.
I was wondering where you were coming from.
Yeah, one me hit reset, but if I'd hit reset, I'd lost even more time, so I just putted all the way back to the straight stretch. You're getting some good times with that boomer, though. That may be the car to beat in this thing.
What's the Rebel Rat again? Anyone know?
Not off the top of my head, I don't know.
It's like a Javelin, AMC Javelin.
Just leave them. I don't think there's any trucks or anything in here. This should be fine.
Do you know what the Stellar is?
No idea. It sounds like something I've let run in here.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Some import looking thing.
Cool. 15 lap feature. Oh, I got a van. Oh, and a truck. I did not do a good job of inspecting. Techs are sleeping today.
The doctor, that's kind of creepy even. Denny, he turned for you, and it worked perfectly because then I could go on the outside of him while he was cutting to the infield to try to hit you. Good race.
Suicide Squad just wants to ruin your day. He hasn't been able to race this whole time. He backs up, he stops in the middle.
Good race.
I kind of want to go change my lap record, but it's not in my opinion, a real race car, so I'm gonna leave it.
Well, we have a separate thing. If you go look at our race lap records, you just put your short
Oh,
tracker time
I see
there.
that
We've
now.
been keeping track per class at this point. Mainly because you'll see with these hobby stacks, which we're doing next, we kind of altered the rules a little bit. I don't know if I actually typed it into the Google Doc, but there's kind of a specific thing. But let me know when you're ready for the explanation.
I forgot. I know it was my lap was a 16.4 or something, but I missed it.
16424. I also have it on stream. I can go back. We can go back and look at it to verify, but it's 16424, I do believe.
Okay. I'm ready.
So, our normal list that we can choose from, um, take any of those cars or one of the cars from the Sounds of Thunder pack and we run B class. And then with the Sound of Thunder car, me and Denny were doing some testing and we figured out the big difference on how they drive is on what tire you're running. So when you go into, I think it's upgrades, yeah, and then visual, your tires have to have white lettering, where it says full year and I think Hawker or something. If you have the yellow lettering on your tires, you have the fast ones, and they are like a second and a half per lap. You'll run like realistic raceway hobby stock lap times, like low 15s, whereas every other car is running mid 16s, low 16s. So we decided just got to run the yellow or the white lettering or any B class car from our normal V8 selection.
Is the Thunderstorm the only one? I thought I had another one.
There is another one.
I don't have
Supernova.
it. Yeah, I
Supernova.
had the. I used to run the Supernova, and I had one kind of set up and painted and stuff, but it's gone out of my list now. Weird.
Well, if you change your mods, then turn the mod back on or something, it resets everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I changed anything since then. I maybe was playing around with some stuff, so maybe I did. But I have the Thunderstorm, so I know I got the Sounds of Thunder mod on.
There should be a Supernova with I think it starts at a B211 as well. You should have it there. It'll be the only two that has like a little pencil beside of it where you can like edit it.
Yeah, it's not there. It's weird. Now it showed up. Yep.
Twilight Zone.
I'm gonna save it for my late model because I had it set up for that. That's right. I guess I'll run a Ford.
Yeah, that's what I do. I run the Ford here, then I run the Supernova, all decked out 765.
Just trying to get a few decent AI cars. The Rammer's going to be super slow, but I'm leaving it.
What was the limit for B to A?
234.
And just to let you know, Adam, we cannot put any kind of armor on this, so that
That's what I just saw. Yeah.
so if you get hit, it really knocks you down a little bit. So just try to be clean. It's gonna be impossible to be clean with all these AI, but just do the best you can.
I was hoping to have armor to drop down my rating a touch, but nope.
If you want armor, you use one of the regular class V8s that we run in C class and make it a B class.
Oh, Adam switched to the Speedbird. I was gonna just because everyone was running the same car, I was gonna do something different.
Oh, I was gonna say I had a couple B class cars. The Speedbird was closest.
You run the Speedbird. I'll do whatever. Or whatever. Do what you want. Someday, like when we do the a whole like hobby stock night, my plan is to get in the server early and just sit here and farm ravens. Just get a whole lobby of ravens. A few of us will run the thunderstorm or whatever, and then you'll have like a real proper hobby stock race.
Yeah, I was hoping there was a mod that had all the Ravens in it, but I guess that might be DLC, and that's why it's not a mod built around it.
Yeah, they have a couple cars in that DLC that I wouldn't mind having. I kind of want to try the Cardinal.
Yeah, that's when I tried the very first time. I didn't like it, but I was all new to it. I could probably, you know, tune it better now than I did when we first did it. But yeah,
True.
I'm ready when you are. Is this heat
I
or
like heat.
dash? Heat, okay.
Yes. Let's do a heat and then a longer feature. Start dead laps.
Guess who doesn't know how to drive B class cars?
The guy who's leading.
I was sideways all the way down the backstretch. I kind of like the throttle toggle switch of a C class. 'Cause that's how my real car was with a 2-barrel.
It'll go. Oh, I'll go get him. That was dirty.
Tried to save it in the dirt. I picked off 2 on the last lap. That was nice. Best thing was seeing an AI car spawn back on the track, and while he was still blinking, he turned right in the middle of the turn to try to take out another AI car, and he drove right through him and off the track.
I don't plan to do a full lobby. I'm just adding like 2 or 3. If we can get good cars. I'm gonna see if I can get a Raven in here. Really make it. Gotta have a G body. 14's enough. This will be our hobby stack feature.
Thank you.
For now.
I was gonna say, you want to get this one too?
Problem is I can't catch these guys. They got so much water. Darn it.
Denny the Taxman must like you. I just watched you drive past him nice and clean, and then he took me out.
Yeah, he's been my main problem this race.
Denny must have paid him.
like last time, my arthritis kicked in about lap 15.
Good race.
Good win again, Denny.
That's the only second time I've won on the hobby or the hobby, yeah, hobby stock.
The last time was super cool. It was that was a really close fight.
Yeah,
We
last
got
time.
kind of spread at the start, and it was like I think Ken won.
Yeah,
I don't
Ken
remember.
barely beat Justin. Justin passed me with like 3 laps to go, but if he got around me, I believe Justin had enough to get him for been a couple more laps. I mean, it was really good. You just have to go back and watch the stream.
Yeah, I was chipping away at you in this one, Denny. I just like every time I'd gain almost a second, I'd run into some lap traffic again.
Something happened. I don't know if something was pounding on my rear end there or what, but it's like the brakes locked up, and I said, I'm not using brakes, so what's going on? So I don't know if I was glitching or what, but you almost caught up to me there, and I said, oh, I better run these good lines now. Um, and it worked out.
Okay, now we're doing late models. Adam, I'll warn you. Me and Denny were getting pretty fast last time. We were running like actual raceway late model times,
Oh boy.
which is mid 13s to low 14s. Um, we do something. We kind of, especially with only three of us, we decided to do something kind of fun. Um, for the qualifying, I have it set to 5 laps. The game is set to grid us in our next race according to how we qualify here. So, um, what we'll do is when we take the green, don't start racing, we pull into the chicane side of the track and just line up however. And then we'll take turns going out and doing 3 actual race laps. And we're doing basically single car qualifying. And then when you take your last lap, pull back to the infield. Do not finish your race. Otherwise, it'll end the race for everyone, and then we got to start over. Make sense?
I think I got that. So we'll take the green. Do we do a lap and then go to the infield, or just
Nope,
turn right to the
nope.
infield?
First lap, we'll go through the chicane like in the flagpole, and then just park on the infield out of the way.
Gotcha.
Someone somehow botches it hard enough to end up on the chicane T-boning you. I don't know what to say. We didn't have that happen last time, and Justin was Ken really was vocal about not liking these. Justin was okay with them, but he was very adamant that his was very hard to drive. And me and Denny are like, "Hey, you just got to get 50 to 100 laps in, and then you kind of get the hang of it." And well, it turns out he was running the white lettered tires that we have to run on the hobby stocks. Make sure you are not running those. Make sure in this you have yellow letters. I cannot imagine with the 765 rating that he had how he could have even. And I think he beat Ken because Ken was laps ahead of him, but then Ken smoked the wall a couple times and lost a wheel and just kind of DNF'd. I don't know if he actually destroyed himself or not, but his car was just not drivable. So
It's funny because I
yeah.
just switched to the white tires right before you said that.
Yeah, the lettering of the tires is what's important. You want to make sure it's yellow. You should be able
Now,
to get your rating up to 765.
well, and
Not to say you want it there. I
right,
think it's faster, but
I liked the lower rating when I was just doing this the little bit I did it offline, but I also may have been on the white tires. I can't remember now.
okay.
So
Well,
we'll
we can
find
try
out.
qualifying, and I haven't practiced a single lap since last time, so I might also be rusty. But me and Denny were putting some fun laps down when it was me and him. It was kind of we were the two that were really racy. So, everyone ready?
Oh, I gotta hit my tune. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Oh yeah, I don't even remember what we were doing for that, but
I
Tune's a,
just mine
tune,
was still
tune's a crapshoot at this point. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still
yeah.
working with it.
I still think stiff and rear brake balance is the move. As far as gear ratio and differential, we're all
that.
on our own for
I
that
was
because
gonna
I
say, and
really
that
don't answer.
that changes with your rating too. So mine would be different than
Yeah.
your guys's.
And I think probably personal preference. Like
Right.
they're so snappy that the moment the how how fast it's accelerating is really just how do you want to drive it. And it'll yell at you at first, but once you get back over to the right, it'll be fine. I'm lined up first, so I'll just go first. Oh, broke it loose coming on. Alright, my run is done. Whoever's next can roll
Are you
out.
on? You're on lap 4 or 5 right now.
So I am on lap 5. So think of it as
Okay.
you get 3 rolling qualifying laps. So basically the white flag is out technically, but I will not finish the race so that you guys can go to your runs.
All done.
Ooh, Adam got fast. Denny, you're up. What was that, a 14.3? I'm trying to do math.
No,
based on what
my best is 14.417.
I see that only 20 fast.
I got lots of
Matter
figuring out to do.
What you're thinking every lap. My first lap was so messy. I'm definitely a little rusty.
Yeah.
Not to say my time was fast, but it's just how consistent I can be. My last lap was garbage. I almost won.
I almost spun the first lap. I guarantee more like higher performance parts would have made that even worse for me. Like I can see after getting a lot of practice and getting more used to it, adding more, but not yet.
And then you can just finish now, Denny. We all can.
Yeah, I changed the gear ratio. Mine's all over the place, but hopefully it'll race good. Why is it not letting me?
I just need a stronger spring on my pedal, on my throttle.
Right. So, I know these obviously drive completely different, but is it not insane to you to think that light models at Raceway were running these lap times?
Oh no, Yeah, that's a lot of tire and a lot of brakes. Those cars had.
Yeah, it's just crazy that like a human was in a car going that fast on this track.
Do you might have been a little young. Do you remember when Donnie Reavers owned the track and they bought that old Bush car and they did the ride-alongs with it? Do you remember any of that?
I definitely remember that.
I got to drive that once. So the cool thing was back then, Donnie, like if you paid for a ride along, you got to choose your driver. So for my wife at the time, her birthday, my parents bought her a ride along and then she picked me as the driver. So it was like a win-win for us. Um, and tons of motor, tons of tire, but it wasn't set up for the track. But holy shit, it was fast.
Yeah.
I ended up looping it on the last lap, and I think I scared the crap out of Donnie because it was coming out of 2, and I looped it, and like he thought I was gonna put it in the
Oh.
wall.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about like the perception of how fast everything is moving. Those guys have to have some crazy reflexes.
Oh, shit happens fast, yeah.
All right, I gotta adjust the rules here. A 10-lap heat, even though that will take 2 minutes.
I'm pretty sure, like my bomber and figure eight only went about 65 or so on the straightaway on the oval, and they say that the late models were touching 100.
Yeah, I remember that. They were saying 100. And that's about what I'm hitting on this, so it's accurate.
Right.
Pace-wise, at least. Yeah, these you just can't really use the brakes. Oh, we will do a rolling start here, so don't start racing like crazy yet. We'll line up. We'll be me and Adam. We'll front row here. And here's what I like to do because of how it's geared. I just hold it all out in first gear because that gets me 33 miles an hour. So that'll be my pace setting. And then you'll end up behind me.
I guaranteed I'm geared different then, because if I floor it in first gear, I'm going to walk away from you.
Denny, you can call green.
Green, green. Green, green, green.
Oh, my bad, that was messy. No caution, keep it green.
Are you stuck?
Was, yeah.
Trying to give Danny a lead here.
Oh,
Wow.
I stole that one. That's what 765 horsepower will get you.
No, because that's even what I had is what messed me up. I got loose and chased it up the track into the wall.
The best way I can describe trying to drive these cars is like a rocket ship attached to a skateboard.
Right.
Just for the record, if one of you gets stuck like that, we can call cautions.
These cars are really low. I'm always thinking I may even set up my thing up instead of doing a 5 to a 4, but I can't remember how I set it up or not. No, my suspension's stiff right now, so.
Last race of the night for points. We will,
Rolling start.
Yeah, same thing, rolling start, except the order is complete opposite of last time. Same for Adam.
Inside thing.
You're the pole setter, so you get to set the pace. I'll call the green. Green flag. Gotta stop it. Thermal strips.
That's all I'm doing.
Don't hit the gas in a turn, it'll turn you sideways. Internet glitch got me.
finally broke into the 13s.
No problem. I didn't give you enough room.
Honor system, that one.
Good win, Adam. That looked really good on the stream there. I was behind you guys and you were fighting, and then David got a little bit loose, and I passed him, and then I didn't give him enough room. My car got squirrely, and that's how we got together.
Well, I also chopped you off big time on that exit.
There were
That's
like
why,
two.
that's why I just had to let you by. That was totally my fault.
There were about two points side by side where I'd get loose middle of the straightaway, and it would kind of turn right at the end of the straightaway. Thinking, oh boy, I'm gonna be like an ass and
I know.
bump you wide going into the turn.
There were a couple times where I got it, that was very sketchy side by side racing, and then like I don't know about your guys' internet, but like mine was doing that like jumpy thing, so everyone's cars are yanking around the track, and I don't really know where you are exactly. So I'm excited to see how that looked on replay. It was a fun race.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably a good view of the two of us.
My internet did the same thing, and I started going backwards. I said, "How am I going backwards when I'm still in first or in gear?" And then, yeah, it looks really good on the stream. That fight up until the last few laps there.
All right, I gotta call it here. Of course, you guys can always do some figure eights or something, but I just was out racing a sprint cart all day, so I still have to go for my run and plan out my week, and I got a bunch of. It's gonna be a late night. I will update points though, and send them in because I think late models might be interesting now. So will hobby stacks.
Yeah, everything I think tightened up, which is good.
I do think, Denny, though, I think you're cooking us in short trackers now.
But
Because Kayla ran that heat, so I'm a race behind you.
Adam's got a really fast car, so he could easily catch us up because he was getting faster lap times than I have.
We'll see. And then, Adam, I'm not looking at it right now. Are you here next week?
Let me check.
Because I think you were. Because I know I think I moved a couple. I don't remember.
I got a weird. So next weekend's Father's Day. There's a good chance I'll be here. Awkwardly enough, my wife invited me because she's taking the kids up to the cabin, and she invited me up to the cabin. So I might be going up there. I don't know. It might be awkward, just because we're separated and whatever. I don't know what It's Father's Day, but shit, every day is Father's Day when you got kids. It's like you got them all the time. I don't need to celebrate it.
Amen for that.
I don't celebrate birthdays or anything, so it's like just another day.
Cool.
Adam,
So I might be here.
And if all else fails, you can always run the second annual Bachelor Grand Prix.
Yeah, I was thinking that if I don't go up to the cabin, I might. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Adam, was you wanting to stay on, or you wanting to quit for the night, or?
I can do a couple figure eights if you want to. I need a figure eight fix.
Okay, that's fine.
Also, Adam, I was going to mention, good chances the race gets shortened to just go until 2 p.m.
Next Saturday or Sunday,
just
yeah.
to have that context for, if you're deciding between a couple plans. Yeah, so on Sunday, because the number of people we were looking at probably going doesn't really justify paying for 3 hours because it comes out to like $140 per person or something, and then
Sure.
we lose people because of that, and then it'd be more, and then we lose more people, and then I'd be paying them $1,600 plus for a race that doesn't even happen, and then whereas on Wednesday I think I'll look at how many people are for sure going, and then more than likely, based on our list right now, we have enough people that it's worth going, and we can keep it under $80, and then I'll probably just, as long as I call and shorten it to 2 hours, because that cuts the price down to 2/3. So
Sure.
just so you have that context, but otherwise, yeah, hopefully I'll see you on Sunday night through the game.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
Right.
See you, David.
Sounds good. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah. Bye.
I'm not going through the AI. We'll just run what they are.
Sounds good.
Now we get to enjoy nice, easy driving cars. That guy doesn't like you. I just got him.
Denny, did you win the short tractor heat?
The heat I did, yeah, but not that one where it was just 6 laps.
Oh yeah, the heat he
Oh,
did.
the fast patch. Okay.
Which one was the heat? The one that you beat me at the line or something? I can't remember now.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. Okay. I might just loiter in the chat in case I forget something else.
We can always go back and look at the stream for verification.
This guy's just fast enough to be a problem.
Yep. playing Ken tonight. I stole another one.
That was funny. I thought I had him beaten, of course, to the last second. I would have been better off just like rolling through the X, no problem.
They turned me around, and I was doing 360s, and I don't know how I got back on the gas at the right time, but it didn't put me in reset land, so I was good. I think I'm on DNF. I got critical damage. We must have it set on realistic or something.
Yeah, I just have to set realistic for the whole race.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably 2 good hits and we're done. That little yellow and black car's in the wrong spot.
Adam, did you win it? I guess that. Never mind.
That was the one I messed up and Denny stole at the end, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, you're right.
I was down to 2 and they tapped me. I DNF'd.
I just hit your dead car as it rolled through the middle of the track. Now I'm down to 16 and there's still a lot of laps left.
I don't know how I got by the first race that good.
It's like a chicane through the X. There's extra cars, dead cars everywhere.
Yep. Car don't look very good, but it's still running. That's the main thing.
Yeah, every once in a while the fire flares up and I can't see as much.
And I got it on the thing where I could see flying cars, just for the fun of it.
Oh, sure.
Watch it.
Oh, that was it.
Did you DNF as well? Yep, you sure did. Yeah, I saw that. They just barely tapped you on the rear end, on the back.
Yeah, I had a good gap picked out, but I had to slow down for the first one, and the second one tapped me.
Well, that was
Okay,
fun.
you guys want the rundown of the points?
Might as well give it to us straight.
The a little review of the special event winners. I won the backwards racing. We had a really big pack for that, so it was really difficult. Me and Denny each have one flagpole feature. Ken has 2 front wheel flyer features. I have one. Kayla has one. Kayla may have had low numbers on her side that day, but that's not the point. Let's see. Mini stocks. This is probably the most insane class right now. So Kayla is technically winning. She has 136 points. I have 135. Adam has 134. Ken has 134. Casey has 132. And Denny has 126. So that is all 6 of us within 11 points. 10 points. Short trackers. Denny is now comfortably leading. He is 30 points ahead of me. And then another... This would be 47 points back would be Justin, tied with Ken. Adam, I'm realizing this was unfortunate for you timing wise because we had a double on the short tracker racing last time. It was just kind of how I planned it because I wasn't doing any fast dashing or anything. So you only have 68 because you only did one run, and then Kayla only has a heat, so she has a whopping 17 points in that. She was not ready for short trackers. Figure eights, that was the night when it was only me and Denny. We tied it up at 198 points. We are tempted to maybe see what kind of participation we get and maybe do some sort of equalizer, or maybe even just look at who has the best average points at the end of the season. Just because we'll see what kind of participation we get. Because I don't see it being super fun if it's like just between me and Denny because we did one more race than everyone else. But we'll see how it transpires. Hobby stocks. It is Danny leading with 137. I have 132. Ken and Justin are tied at 68. Adam has 67. That's another one that's largely on participation. Late models got interesting. So Denny, you are actually beating me by a point. And then
wow.
Adam, you're beating the other one-timers by 4 points. So that's the status. So actually, just rambling that off, Denny is leading every series except for mini stocks. He's either tied or leading every series except for the easiest one.
But like you said, I've raced more and I've also practiced more and I've learned to set up more. Everybody's going to catch up, so I got to get as much running as I can.
I was gonna say, Denny, I don't know how much practice time I'm gonna have because I'm focused on I've got a full weekend of karting ahead of me because I'm filling in for someone. So I'm gonna have to kind of get serious about it, but I'm locking in on late models. Same with figure eights. I'm locked in. Hobby stacks, I don't know. If no one else is going to go for you, I'm going to have to try. Short trackers, same thing. I'm going to have to go for it. Until you miss a week or you miss one of the speed nights or something, and then every single class is going to be super close. But the points overall are super close in everything. It's just a matter of participation. So maybe especially for figure eights, we'll see Because me and Denny both agreed, like, neither of us have a problem with, like, because it's 100 point features. Like, we also have no problem giving ourselves, like, just a much, much smaller advantage, because of the low participation week. Of course, if it's low participation every single week, then that's just how it's going to be. But if like every week, we get 3 regulars and maybe 6 people or more here and there, then we'll maybe do something by the end of the season. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I wouldn't even care to do by average points on hobby stocks, late models, whatever. Just because I know there's
especially
some.
figure eights, because you still have an advantage if you show up on the low participation nights, because your average will be higher. But it's like almost like a second, almost like a championship within a championship, because it's like the guy who only shows up for 2 races can try to get like a first and a second or something and try to get a decent average. But yeah,
I'm looking ahead, and I know I'm going to miss more. And of course, so luckily, the next one I might, or the next one I'll miss for sure is a break.